Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakha Kodash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations, blessings, peace to you, to the elect out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. All right, and looks like they passed it. They passed the bill to ban TikTok. What they're trying to say is that, the Chinese are influencing, information that's coming out in the United States. Especially now, you've had all these different reports of, different Chinese just crossing into the border. And then in a lot of these different places, like I believe up here in Wisconsin, in California, the Chinese actually own land, right? So they're actually in a position where people can come through. This is a land of unwalled villages. Anybody could just walk in there. But they're actually in a position, especially if you own a certain amount of land, somebody could just come in and then you could just have them on your land, unbeknownst to the world, in like a little private area. Right? Esau's been doing that for years, by the way. But you could have them in just a private area, working for you, or they work for themselves or something, and that person to just be here, completely off the grid. All right, but we already know the real, reason behind the ban on TikTok, because another thing TikTok does is it allows you to get to an international audience. All right, YouTube has servers. Like I believe you scroll down to the bottom of YouTube, you can change it. You can go to like YouTube for, Ireland, YouTube for this country. Basically the videos that pop up to you are the ones that are catered to the particular region that you're in. All right, so the United States YouTube, the videos cater to a certain audience. It's that folly that's set in great dignity. All right, it's all of the different, American artists and American this and goofy, young white kids, doing pranks and a bunch of stupid shit, with the stupid thumbnails. All right, but if you go to like a different country, which, certain media outlets, they can only put up on that country. All right, I want to say not RT, but it was another Al Jazeera. Like they'll have Al Jazeera for this country, and what I noticed when you click on some of those that are for other countries, they block you from seeing certain information. Right? They block you from seeing certain info. Whereas on TikTok, you can see, like, people can comment with a whole nother language. Somebody can comment from a whole nother country, and you can see that, and you can access their videos if you change your language, and you could do it that way. All right, and there's a lot of raw information on there, some misinformation, of course, but it's a lot of raw information on TikTok. Some of the brothers have been on there, reposting and checking out different things, and it's a resource. Right, it's able to go a little further than YouTube that way. All right, you can actually, you can really hit, YouTube. They shadow ban a lot of our stuff, so they'll take us out of the algorithm. These are the Israel. We tried to get them out of there, whatever. We'll just shadow ban them. But TikTok, you can actually you can blow up on TikTok. You can jump to 1 million views. All right. Yeah, and this is all part of a shameful spewing on Esau's glory, because everybody's bringing out so much information on them, their empire, and the intricacies and all the different little wicked actions that they've done. All right, everybody's peeps, man. Everybody can see it. Hey, Isaiah 29:20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and that's what's about to happen shortly. They're about to be brought to nothing, to naught. And the scorner, to confusion. And the scorner is consumed and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and that's what they do with us. An offender is a sinner. An offender is, an offender. Somebody saying something incorrect. All right, they're making it, and we're saying the truth. Now, yeah, like we said a million times, this is the truth. It's literally the truth. And lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. All right, hey, that's what would happen in the ancient world. You have the matter of fact, this is 1 Chronicles 9 and (17). It says, "In the porters were Shalom and Akub and Talmon and Ahaman." And that's like us. We stand in the gates of the nobles. We stand, where the porters are at. The porter lets you in. Right? Like with Esau in his kingdom, you say you have gatekeepers. Well, they do. They have gatekeepers. They have people who they don't let you in unless, you do what's required of you, in the ways of this world. And on the righteous side, right, the right-hand side, there are gatekeepers. Right? There are people who, watch and hold people accountable as well. Right? Like it says, separate the clean from the unclean. It says, and Haman and their brethren Shalom was the chief, who hitherto waited in the king's gate eastward. They were porters in the companies of the children of Levi. And Shalom, the son of Kor, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, and his brethren of the house of the father, the Korites, were over the work of the service, keepers of the gates of the tabernacle, right, the temple, and their fathers being over the host of the Lord were keepers of the entry. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, was the ruler over them in time past, and the Lord was with him. And Zechariah, the son of Meshelemiah, was porter of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So you have different people watching different gates. All these which were chosen to be porters in the gates were 212. These were reckoned by their genealogy in their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their set office. So they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the house of the Lord, namely the house of the tabernacle, by wards. In 4 quarters were the porters, toward the east, west, north, and south. And their brethren which were in the villages were to come after 7 days from time to time with them. Remember, we are the temple of the Lord. Right? And in this temple you have porters. Right? Basically what I'm saying is you have people who are going to screen certain things. All right, we're gonna see certain things that Esau does because we're watchmen as well, and we're gonna screen, the scriptures talking about justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. So when we do these lessons, when we do these different videos, that's what we're doing. All right, and we're made offenders for doing so. And all the platforms that we speak on, they want to bring down. Right? And they want to bring us before them, as if we have done some great evil, but all we've done is bring out history with facts upon facts and evidence upon evidence. All right, and we haven't even brought out all of the history. We brought out as much as possible. All right, but we know that the scriptures are abridged as well, and even the versions of history that we get are abridged, man, because you've had a lot of small details. You've had a lot of evil and wickedness done here, man. I mean, for us, to get to all of it, but we'll do that later. We'll get to that later. All right, we're gonna bring out the important parts though. All right, but back to the point, because we're the witnesses, man. We are the Lord's witnesses. This is what we're sent here to do, to be witnesses to this great empire of wickedness, which is shortly about to fall. All right, Isaiah 43. And I'm going to start at I'm going to go straight to the point. Verse 8. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes and the deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this and show us former things? This is what we go over, former things and things that are to come. Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is truth. All right, ye are my witnesses. Hey, in Esau's court system, they can have one witness and one person to say he did it, which they'll put a false witness in there. They still do that to this day. All right, they'll put a false witness in there. He did it. I saw him. All right, but according to ancient law, the law of the scriptures, to put somebody to death, it has to come out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. All right, it says by the mouth of two or three witnesses, let all things be. Matter of fact, let me just get it. I'm gonna finish this off. Verse 10. Ye are my witnesses. All right, Revelation, it talks about that. My 2 witnesses, stood up. Yeah, the 2 nations, Israel and Judah. The nation of Israel, the nation of Judah, the kingdom of Israel, kingdom of Judah, aka the so-called Latino, aka so-called Native American, and so-called black people who are of the kingdom of Judah, all right, and the kingdom of Israel, shortly to be one kingdom. We are the witnesses of the Lord. All right, ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, my servant, whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me, and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. Even I am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, that I am God. Yea, before the day was I am he. Ooh. Ye before the day was Yahweh. And there is none that can deliver out of my hand. Let me make sure that. I'm pretty sure that was a reference to his name. I might have to come back to this one. That's not it. Man, Salaki. It doesn't say the name of the Heavenly Father. So I'm jumping too far. Even though we know his name means I am. All right, but it says, yea, before the day was, I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? And at the end of the day, man, we only have one Redeemer. See, our people think that these Edomites, can redeem us, or they're going to repair us, or they're going to give us some sort of reparations, or they're going to, turn and, okay, we'll help you. It's not going to happen. All right, we're witnesses against all the evil that you've done, and we're witnesses against many of our own people too. All right, we've seen all these different things play out, and they're trying to stop us from being able to give a witness and give an account on it. So they want to take our videos down. They want to take away all of these different media outlets with alternative sources of media that we can, pull up information and link it to the scriptures. All right, but it's too late anyway. All right, it's too late anyway. The word has gone out to the 4 corners of the earth. All right, it's going to prosper that which the Lord wants it to, as it is written, and there's nothing you could do about it. All right. The Wadi Yahweh Shai for the inspiration. Call Allah Yamla, Yahweh Shai.